You see the world from 30,000 feet. City lights sparkling beneath you like scattered diamonds across a black velvet sky. The cabin around you is calm and quiet, wrapped in soft golden light. You sink deeper into a wide leather seat that feels more like a private lounge than an airplane. A glass of chilled champagne waits on the table beside you, beads of condensation drifting slowly down the crystal, as if even time has decided to relax. A white linen cloth is laid out, real cutlery, real plates, and a gourmet meal placed in front of you as the clouds drift past your window. There's no rush, no stress, no cramped knees pressed against the seat in front. Your body finally understands what ease feels like. When you land, a black car is already waiting. No fighting for taxis, no scrolling for the cheapest ride, no worrying about prices climbing by the minute. A driver opens the door. You step out in front of a five-star hotel where the doors glide open before you even reach them. Inside, marble floors reflect the glow of chandeliers. You don't stand in line. You don't ask, "Is breakfast included?" You simply hand over a sleek black card, sign your name, and take the elevator straight up to a room where the view steals your breath for a moment, but not your peace. From your penthouse window, the city looks small, almost like a toy model built for you to play with. You rest your hand on the balcony, wearing a watch you once thought only other people could afford. There's no knot in your stomach about bills, no quiet panic in the back of your mind. While you were in the air, another payment dropped into your account. Money flows in the background while you live in the foreground. This is not a movie. This is not a fantasy reserved for the lucky few or the secretly chosen. This is a lifestyle that begins in one place, your mind. Because the real gap is not between first class and economy, rich and poor, luxury and struggle. The real gap is between the version of you who believes this is impossible and the version of you who decides this is normal. And the moment you start rewiring your brain to expect abundance instead of lack, to welcome luxury instead of fear it, that's the moment your entire reality quietly, powerfully begins to shift toward first-class travel and seven-figure income. If you're still stressing over every flight price, obsessively checking hotel deals, or feeling that sting of guilt every time you even think about booking something luxurious, it's not because you're bad with money or not meant for that life. It's because your brain has been trained for one thing: survival, not abundance. Most people move through life with what I call an economy brain. An economy brain constantly asks, what's the cheapest option? What can I cut? What can I live without? It scans for danger, not opportunity. It clings to comfort zones, even when those comfort zones are slowly draining your energy, your dreams, and your potential. Think about how often these thoughts show up in your mind. I can't afford that. People like me don't stay at places like this. First class is a waste of money. I'll treat myself when I finally make it. These phrases might feel harmless, even responsible, but every time you repeat them, you're programming your identity. You're telling your brain, this is who I am, this is my place, this is my limit. And your brain, loyal and obedient, does everything it can to keep you inside those limits. It filters out opportunities. It makes bold moves feel dangerous. It turns luxury into something distant and unreal, like a movie you watch instead of a life you live. None of this is your fault. You inherited beliefs about money and success from your parents, your culture, your friends, your environment. Maybe you heard things like, money doesn't grow on trees, rich people are selfish, be grateful for what you have and stop wanting more, or people like us just don't live that way. These messages might have been spoken once or repeated 1,000 times, but they became part of your internal wiring. They built the invisible ceiling you keep bumping into. But here's the truth. Programming can be changed. Just like you can update the software on your phone, you can update the operating system in your mind. The economy brain is not your destiny, it's just your default setting, and default settings can be overwritten. The gap between where you are now and a life of first-class flights and seven-figure income is not a secret hack, a lucky break, or a magic formula. It's the set of stories your brain currently believes about what you're allowed to have. Once you understand that your thoughts, words, and expectations have been quietly shaping your reality all along, you're no longer stuck. You're in control. Today is where the rewiring begins. Welcome to Billionaire Vibes, the space where luxury isn't a fantasy, it's a frequency, and you're here to tune into it. This channel is all about one thing, turning the life you secretly daydream about into the life you actually wake up to. The penthouse views, the first-class flights, the seven-figure business, the calm confidence of knowing money flows to you instead of running away from you. That's not reserved for them. It's available to you. And we're here to rewire your mind until that truth becomes your new normal. If you're tired of watching other people live in abundance while you convince yourself to be realistic, you're in the right place. Every video on this channel is designed to shift your identity from struggler to creator, from scarcity to overflow, from hoping for miracles to expecting them. We talk manifestation, money, mindset, and the subtle internal upgrades that shift you from economy thinking to billionaire energy. Not in a vague, fluffy way, but through clear principles, daily rituals, and perspective shifts that compound into real-world results, higher income, higher standards, and a higher level of living. So if you're ready to stop treating luxury like a guilty pleasure and start treating it like your natural environment, make a decision right now. Decide that this is your season to upgrade. Hit subscribe, tap that notification bell, and lock in with a community that is done shrinking, done apologizing, and done settling for just enough. Around here, we don't chase the billionaire lifestyle. We become the kind of person it naturally gravitates toward. Take a breath, because the version of you that flies first class, travels freely, and earns seven figures isn't a stranger. They're already inside you, waiting to be activated. This is Billionaire Vibes, and today we're starting that activation. Right now, you might be living with a mind that is constantly calculating, constantly shrinking itself, constantly negotiating with lack. Before you even dream about first-class tickets or seven-figure deposits, you have to understand the invisible prison you're in, the economy brain. This is the version of your mind that's been trained to survive, not to expand. It's the voice that makes you open 3 different apps to compare flight prices, that feels a rush of anxiety when you see a high number, even when it's attached to high value. It's what makes you say no to experiences you secretly want, just because the price feels too much for someone like you. Think about how your daily reality reflects this. You might add something to your cart and then close the tab because you shouldn't spend the money. You might scroll past luxury hotels and instantly think, must be nice, as if that world is automatically off limits. You might even feel a little guilty just imagining yourself in a first-class cabin or a penthouse suite, like you're asking for too much, like you haven't earned the right to want that level of comfort and beauty. That guilt, that hesitation, that constant need to justify every desire, that's economy brain. Your economy brain was built from a lifetime of messages, not from the truth of what you're capable of. You may have grown up hearing, "We can't afford that. Money is hard to make. You should be grateful for what you have," or "People like us don't live that way." Maybe you saw your parents arguing about bills, stressing over debt, or fighting quietly with life just to stay afloat. Over time, your brain learned one main rule: stay safe, stay small, don't risk it, don't want too much. It wired itself to avoid financial pain, not to create financial freedom. But here's what most people never realize. Your brain doesn't distinguish between a real threat and a perceived one. Booking a first-class ticket feels dangerous to an economy brain, not because you're actually in danger, but because it clashes with the identity it's been protecting for years. It's not protecting your bank account, it's protecting your old self-image. This is why you can work hard, set goals, say affirmations, and still feel stuck at the same level. You're trying to build a first-class life with economy wiring. Until you see that clearly, nothing truly changes. But the moment you recognize, this isn't who I am, this is just how I've been programmed, the game shifts. Because programming can be updated, identities can be rewritten, and the first-class version of you is not blocked by your potential, only by your current settings. From here on, we're not blaming your past, we're rewriting your future. So if an economy brain keeps you stuck, what does a billionaire brain actually look like? It's not just about having more money, it's about having a completely different relationship with money, luxury, and possibility. A billionaire brain doesn't wake up thinking, what can I cut? What can I live without? It wakes up thinking, what can I create today? What can I build, expand, and experience? It isn't obsessed with the price of everything. It's focused on the value of everything, especially the value of time, freedom, and peace. A billionaire brain moves through the world with a quiet expectation that good things are normal. Luxury isn't a once-a-year reward, it's a natural environment. When this mindset sees a first-class cabin, a five-star hotel, or a seven-figure income, it doesn't think that's impossible. It thinks that's aligned with who I'm becoming. It doesn't immediately shut down an opportunity because it looks too big. Instead, it leans in and asks, how can I make this work? What's the strategy? What's the move? Where the economy brain sees obstacles and prices, the billionaire brain sees doors and pathways. This isn't blind positivity or fake confidence. It's grounded in how your brain is wired. Neurologically, your mind is shaped by repetition and emotion. The images you feed it, the conversations you entertain, the stories you tell about money and success, all of that becomes your internal code. Your brain doesn't care if something is real yet. It only cares if it's consistent. If day after day you tell yourself that money is hard, luxury is rare, and abundance is for other people, your brain will build neural pathways to support that story. You'll literally filter your reality to match your beliefs. But the opposite is also true. When you repeatedly visualize, affirm, and act like someone who belongs in first class, someone for whom seven-figure income is normal, you start carving new mental grooves. Your thoughts change, your emotional reactions change, your decisions change. You stop panicking at prices and start evaluating opportunities. You stop chasing quick fixes and start building long-term value. Over time, these small internal shifts compound into external results. A billionaire brain operates from identity, not desperation. It doesn't say, I hope I get rich someday. It says, I am the person who creates wealth, who attracts high-level opportunities, who feels at home in luxury environments. From that identity, actions like investing in yourself, choosing higher quality experiences, or saying no to low-vibe, low-return situations become natural, not forced. This is the mind we're building, one that expects abundance, respects money, welcomes luxury, and quietly assumes, of course I fly first class, of course I create seven figures, that's just who I am. To turn this from an idea into your actual reality, you need a clear rewiring framework. Simple steps you can repeat until your brain stops fighting abundance and starts expecting it. We're going to walk through a series of shifts that take you from economy wiring to billionaire wiring, and you can start implementing them today. First, you upgrade your inner language. Every time you say, I can't afford that, that's too expensive, or people like me don't live like that, you're not just describing your situation, you're programming it. A billionaire brain doesn't blindly accept limitation, it asks better questions. Instead of "I can't afford this," say "How can I afford this?" in a smart, aligned way. Instead of "That's too expensive," say "That's not my priority yet." You're not lying to yourself, you're expanding the possibilities your brain is allowed to look for. The rule is simple: never speak against your own abundance. If a sentence makes you smaller, don't repeat it. Next, you begin to normalize luxury in your nervous system. Most people feel tense, out of place, or even unworthy in high-end environments, so they avoid them. You're going to do the opposite. Go to a luxury hotel lobby and order a coffee. Sit there and absorb the atmosphere. Visit a high-end car dealership and test-sit the car you want. Walk through premium stores, touch the fabrics, pay attention to the details. You're not pretending to be someone you're not. You're introducing your brain and body to where you're headed. The message you're sending is, "This is safe, this is familiar, this is part of my world." Then, you add a first-class visualization ritual. Close your eyes for a few minutes each day and see yourself booking first-class tickets without panic, walking into suites without guilt, checking your accounts and feeling expansion instead of fear. Feel the seat, the space, the calm. Hear the subtle sounds. Experience the version of you for whom this is casual, not shocking. Your brain doesn't know the difference between deeply felt imagination and physical reality. It just wires in whatever you repeatedly experience with emotion, so give it a new normal to build around. You also need to align your actions with that future identity. Ask yourself throughout the day, how would the seven-figure version of me handle this? Maybe that version of you invests in learning instead of buying distractions. Maybe they say no to cheap, draining situations and yes to opportunities that stretch them. Maybe they treat their time like their most valuable asset. Every time you act in alignment with that identity, you strengthen the billionaire wiring and weaken the economy wiring. Finally, you start a money belief detox. Write down 3 beliefs you hold about money or luxury, especially the ones that feel heavy or limiting. For each belief, ask, where did this come from? And is this making me richer or poorer? Then rewrite it into a powerful version. Money is hard to make becomes money responds to my value and creativity. Rich people are greedy becomes money in the hands of good people does good things. These rewrites are not just pretty phrases, they're new scripts for your brain to follow. Put this all together and you have a rewiring framework. Change your language, normalize luxury, visualize your first-class life, act like your seven-figure self, and detox your old beliefs. Do it consistently, and your inner world won't be able to stay the same, and your outer world have no choice but to follow. As you start to rewire your mind, your outer life doesn't explode overnight, but the shift is undeniable. At first, it shows up in small, almost quiet ways. You notice that when you see first-class seats while booking a flight, you don't instantly feel that sting of, "That's not for me." Instead, something in you whispers, "Soon." You scroll past penthouses, designer hotels, and luxury experiences, and instead of jealousy or disbelief, you feel curiosity. You start asking, what would it take for that to be my normal? That tiny question is the seed of a different reality. Then the opportunities begin. You might land a new client, a promotion, or a partnership that feels aligned with the version of you you've been visualizing. You handle it this time differently, more confident, more decisive, more like someone who expects to be well compensated. Money doesn't just trickle, it starts to flow more freely because you're no longer blocking it with guilt, fear, or self-sabotage. You raise your prices, you negotiate better, you say yes to rooms and conversations that your old you would have avoided. Your income nudges upward, your first 5-figure month, then your first 10K, then more. Each new level feels less like a miracle and more like a confirmation. One day, you're on the booking page for a flight, and you realize you're not automatically clicking the cheapest option. You're looking at your time, your energy, your comfort. You see first class, you see the price, and instead of panic, you feel a calm decision. I choose this. Maybe the first time you book it, your heart races a little. But when you step into that cabin, sit down in that wide seat, and feel your body relax into the space you once thought was impossible, you understand something powerful. It was never just about the seat, it was about the standard. As your mind stretches, your environment follows. You start staying in better places, surrounding yourself with people who talk about ideas and investments instead of complaints and limitations. Your phone isn't just a source of bills and bad news, it's a portal for payments, opportunities, and confirmation that your new identity is real. The seven-figure version of you stops feeling like a fantasy and starts feeling like a logical next step. What truly changes is not just your bank balance, but your baseline. You're no longer chasing flashes of luxury as an escape from your life. You're living a life where ease, beauty, and overflow are integrated. You're not worshiping money, you're using it as a tool to design experiences, help others, and expand your world. The old guilt fades, the old ceiling dissolves. You walk through airports, hotels, and high-level spaces with a calm inner knowing, I belong here. That is what happens when you rewire your brain. You stop trying to force a billionaire lifestyle onto an economy identity. Instead, you become the person for whom that level of travel, income, and freedom is simply normal. And once it's normal on the inside, it's only a matter of time before it shows up everywhere on the outside. Now it's your turn to step into this. Take a moment and look at your own beliefs. What's one thought about money or luxury that you've been carrying for years, a belief you know is keeping you small? Maybe it's, I'm just not that kind of person, or I'll never make that much, or first class is a waste. Whatever it is, bring it into the light. Drop it in the comments and finish this sentence honestly. The belief I'm ready to delete is... Naming it is the first step to releasing it. And if you're truly ready to rewire your reality, declare it. Type Billionaire Brain in the comments as your commitment to this 30-day rewiring journey, your promise to yourself that you're done living with an economy mindset in a world full of abundance. If this shifted something inside you, even a little, don't let it fade when the video ends. Hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. On Billionaire Vibes, we're not just talking about money and luxury. We're building a new identity where first-class travel, seven-figure income, and a calm, abundant life become your default setting. In the next video, we're going even deeper. I'll break down the specific money habits and mindset patterns of self-made millionaires who went from comparing flight prices to booking first class without flinching, often in just a few years. If you've ever wondered what they do differently day to day, that video will give you the blueprint. So delete one old belief in the comments, claim Billionaire Brain, subscribe to the channel, and get ready. This is not just information. This is the beginning of a new standard for your life. Your life does not change because you got lucky. It changes because you decided to think, feel, and act at a higher level, and you stayed committed to that decision. Everything you've just heard isn't theory. It's a doorway. On one side is the familiar world of scarcity, stress, and maybe one day. On the other side is a life where first-class cabins, seven-figure income, and effortless luxury are not shocking upgrades, but natural extensions of who you've become. Remember this, your reality is just your beliefs made visible. The seat you sit in, the balance in your accounts, the places you stay, the opportunities you attract, they're all reflections of what your mind has been trained to expect. When you upgrade the expectation, you upgrade the experience. When you rewire the story, you rewrite the script of your life. So as this video ends, your work begins. Guard your language, Choose your thoughts. Put yourself in environments that match where you're going, not where you've been. Visualize your first-class life until it feels more real than your current limitations. Walk through your day as the seven-figure version of you, even before the numbers catch up. They will. This is Billionaire Vibes, your reminder that luxury isn't a guilty pleasure, it's a frequency you can tune into, one belief at a time. Until next time, keep elevating your standards, keep expanding your vision, and keep rewiring that mind. I'll see you in first class.